At 5:30 in the morning, my phone rang. "Mom, it's me." It was my daughter Sarah's voice. Unlike usual, there was no energy in it at all. "Sarah, what's wrong? Why are you calling at this hour?" "It's nothing. I just wanted to hear your voice." Her voice was trembling. My heart sank. "Sarah, honey, what happened? Is the baby okay?" "Yes, everything's fine. Sorry for waking you, Mom. Go back to sleep." The call ended, but I couldn't sleep. After 28 years together, a mother knows. I got dressed and left the house. Sarah's place was an hour's drive away. At 6:30 in the morning, I arrived at my daughter's-in-law's house. Light was coming from inside, and I heard sounds: chopping, peeling, stirring. I quietly opened the gate and walked to the backyard. What I saw took my breath away. The entire kitchen and patio were covered with food preparation. There were at least 50 pies to make, hundreds of mason jars for canning, and vegetables everywhere. In the middle of it all was my daughter, 9 months pregnant, kneeling on the cold patio floor, peeling potatoes with frozen red hands. Tears streamed down her face, but Sarah didn't stop working. "Sarah," I shouted. My daughter looked up. Our eyes met. "Mom." Her lips were pale and trembling. I rushed over and helped her up. "What is this? You're 9 months pregnant and doing all this alone in the freezing cold." That's when the back door opened. My daughter's mother-in-law, Patricia Henderson, came out. "Oh my, what's all this commotion so early in the morning?" Patricia, in her late 60s, came out in her robe, frowning. "Making your pregnant daughter-in-law prepare Thanksgiving for 50 people. All by herself? This is insane." I confronted her. Patricia scoffed. "In our family, the daughter-in-law handles the cooking. That's how we've always done it. It's tradition." "This isn't tradition, it's abuse. She's about to give birth any day. That's exactly why she needs to finish before the baby comes. She won't be able to do it after." There wasn't a trace of remorse in Patricia's voice. She spoke as if this was completely normal. "My son gave your daughter a beautiful home and a good life. You should be grateful instead of interfering." At that moment, something inside me snapped. "A good life? Is this what you call a good life?" I asked calmly. "Yes. My husband is a partner at a prestigious law firm. My son works for a Fortune 500 company. Your daughter should count her blessings." "Blessings? Making a 9-month pregnant woman work alone in the cold at dawn? A daughter-in-law must work hard to bring fortune to the family." I went through it too. I didn't say another word. Instead, I took my daughter's hand. "Sarah, pack your things. You're coming home with me." "Mom, now. You're not staying here another minute." Sarah squeezed my hand with her trembling fingers. Patricia shouted, "What do you think you're doing? You can't just take her." "Yes, I can. My daughter is not your servant. You'll regret this. My son won't let this go." I didn't answer. Sarah and I went inside to pack. We grabbed only the essentials. My son-in-law David didn't even come out of his room. He probably pretended not to hear anything. I put Sarah in the car and drove away. In the rearview mirror, the Henderson house grew smaller. Sarah sat quietly crying in the passenger seat. "I'm so sorry, Mom." "Don't apologize. I'm the one who's sorry." My voice shook too. I should have known sooner. I should have brought her home earlier. When we got home, I put Sarah to bed. She fell asleep immediately, exhausted. I sat in the living room for a long time. Anger and guilt washed over me in waves. Then suddenly, a memory I'd buried long ago surfaced. I went to my bedroom and opened an old drawer. In the very back was an envelope. Inside was a business card. 28 years ago, he had given it to me. "If Sarah ever needs anything, call me. Anytime." I could hear his voice. I took out the card. James Morrison, Sarah's biological father. The man I'd met when I was 25. The heir to a corporate empire. But we couldn't be together. Our worlds were too different. Before Sarah was born, he came to see me one last time. "Let me take care of the child. I'll make sure you both never want for anything." But I refused. I wanted to raise Sarah myself. He handed me his card. "I understand. But keep this. If anything ever happens to Sarah, promise you'll call." I never called. Not once in 28 years. I raised Sarah on my own, with my own strength and pride. But now it was different. My daughter and my grandchild were in danger. I dialed the number on the card. 2 rings, then a voice answered. "Hello?" Deep and measured. 28 years had passed, but the voice was the same. It's Margaret Collins. A long silence on the other end. Margaret, after all these years, I'm sorry to call like this. Don't be. I've been waiting. Is Sarah all right? I told him everything. The Thanksgiving preparation for 50 guests. The cold morning, my pregnant daughter, Patricia's words. My voice kept breaking. I'll look into this family immediately. I don't want to impose. Margaret, Sarah is my daughter. You raised her alone for 28 years, but she's still my blood. Let me do what I can. After hanging up, I cried for a long time. Everything I'd held in for years came pouring out. 2 days later, David called. Margaret, please, I need to talk to Sarah. His voice was desperate. Sarah's resting. What do you want? The company. There's an investigation. HR is auditing everyone. And? Please, I need Sarah. Please let me talk to her. I hung up. David called dozens of times that day. I didn't answer. 1 week later, news came that David's company had found multiple cases of resume fraud. David was among those terminated. 2 weeks later, the law firm where Patricia's husband was a partner lost a major client. Financial troubles followed. He was forced into early retirement. 1 month later, the Hendersons were selling their house. David was unemployed. His father was buried in debt. One rainy evening, the doorbell rang. When I opened it, the Henderson family stood there, drenched. Patricia, her husband, and David. Margaret. David fell to his knees. Patricia and her husband knelt too. We're so sorry. Please forgive us. Patricia was crying. Her arrogance was gone. Please, let Sarah come back. Please. I didn't respond. Instead, I called Sarah. She came to the door slowly, holding her belly. Sarah. David reached out. But Sarah shook her head. No, I wasn't a person in your house. I was just labor. That's over now. Sarah's voice was steady, not trembling like before. A few days later, Sarah gave birth to a healthy baby girl. Thank you, Mom, for protecting me. I held my tiny granddaughter. Warm and perfect. This child will grow up loved and respected. We'll all make sure of that. That was my final gift to Sarah. Family isn't just blood. Real family means respect and love. If this story touched you, please subscribe and like. Thank you.